Force and laws of motion. What is a force? Force is the product of mass and acceleration is called as a force. Then units in CGS. Gram into centimeter per second square or dyne. In MKS, kg into meter per second square or Newton. 1 Newton equal to 10 power 5 dyne. Then 1 dyne equal to 10 power minus 5 Newton. Basic forces in the nature, there are 4 types. First one is a gravitational force. It is a weakest force and long range force. The next one, electromagnetic force, weak nuclear force and strong nuclear force. Strong nuclear force means strongest force and short range force. The relationship between the basic forces in the nature means strong nuclear force is greater than weak nuclear force is greater than electromagnetic force is greater than gravitational force. Centripetal force. Centripetal force means center seeking the force is called as centripetal force. This is the radius. M is the mass. It is always acting towards the center. So V equal to R omega ante centripetal force Fc equal to mv square by R. Then V equal to R omega ante Fc equal to m into R square omega square by R. Then R cancel. Fc equal to m R omega square. V is the velocity, m is the mass of the object, R is the radius, omega is the angular velocity. Centripetal force is called as real force. Example, Earth revolving around the sun. Earth revolving around the sun is a centripetal force. For an example, centrifugal force. The center which is acting away from the center is called as centrifugal force. Then Fc equal to centripetal means plus mv square by R. The centrifugal means away from the center, so minus mv square by R. Then minus mr omega square. This minus indicates opposite direction. It is a imaginary force. Centrifugal force is a imaginary force. What is a force? There are 2 types of force. First one is contact. contact force and non-contact force. First of all, contact force. Contact force, there are 4 types. First one is muscular force and normal force, friction force, tension force. This is a contact force. Non-contact force. Non-contact force, there are 3 types. Electrostatic force, magnetic force, and gravitational force. Okay. Tension force means force in the strong or wire. Then formula is T equal to 2m1m2 by m1 plus m2 into gram or A. m1 minus m2 by m1 plus m2 into G. This is the tension force. The normal force is the force which is acting on an object in vertically upward direction is called as normal force. Friction means it opposes the relative motion of the object. There are 3 types of friction. 3 types. It is a first one is static force. Example, it is the self-adjusting force. Self-adjusting force is called as static force. Then kinetic force. A boy walking on the floor, an object moving from the inclined surface. Next one, rolling force. Friction in between vehicle tires and road is called as a rolling friction. The relationship between the friction means static friction is greater than kinetic friction is greater than rolling friction. These are the relationship between the friction. Field force is a non-contact force. Non-contact force lo there are 3 types. First one is electrostatic force. Means forces in between the charges is called as electrostatic force. That means electrostatic force means electrons. So these are attraction plus positive negative unte repulsion. Magnetic force. Magnetic force means magnet ante forces between the poles of magnet is called as magnetic force. Means suppose north and south and north అంటే ఈ మ్యాగ్నెట్కి సౌత్ అనే పోల్ ఉంది కదా, అప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది, ఇది రిపల్సివ్ ఫోర్స్ అవుతుంది. సపోజ్ నార్త్ సౌత్ ఇలా సింబల్ ఉంటే ఏమవుతుంది, అట్రాక్ట్ అవుతుంది. గ్రావిటేషనల్ ఫోర్స్. Proposed by Newton, father of science is called as Newton. F equal to G into capital M small m by R square, where capital G represents a universal gravitational constant. Then G value 6.67 into 10 power minus 11 into Newton meter square kg power minus 2. Okay, it was experimentally calculated by Henry Cavendish. Tandi Italian అన్నమాట. Hydrogen is also discovered by Henry Cavendish. Then M, capital M means mass of the earth, అంటే 6 into 10 power 24 kg. Then mass of the moon 7.35 into 10 power 22 kg. Mass of the sun 2 into 10 power 30 kg. Radius of the earth R means R equal to 6.4 into 10 power 6 meter, then 6400 kilometers radius of the earth. Heliocentric theory. Helio means sun, means originated from Greek, proposed by Copernicus in 16th century. Geocentric theory. Geo means earth, proposed by Ptolemy in 2nd century. Okay. Planetary laws of motion. Next one. Planetary laws of motion means proposed by Kepler. దీనికి మంచి ట్రిక్. Laws of motion. Planetary. Planetary Kepler అంటే planetary was proposed by Kepler. First law of motion is law of orbit. First Kepler's law means law of orbit. Second law of motion is a law of area. Third law, laws of time period. Weight denoted by W. Gravitational force of attraction acting on an object is called as weight. W equal to m into g. Units in CGS, gram into centimeter per second square, or dyne. In MKS, kg into meter per second square, or Newton, where work, power, energy. What is a work? Work means product of force and displacement is called as work. And force and displacement is denoted by S. So Fs cos theta, where units in CGS, dyne into centimeter, or erg in MKS units is Newton into meter or joule, where 1 joule equal to 10 power 7 erg, or 1 erg equal to 10 power minus 7 joule. Then power denoted by P. The rate of work done is called as a power. P equal to W by T, or P is directly proportional to 1 by T. Watt is the common WHAT. Watt is the common unit for power. Watt equal to joule per erg, joule per second. Watt. 1 joule equal to watt into second. Then 1 horsepower, unit for power, and 1 horsepower equal to 746 watt. This is very important. 1 horsepower is equal to 746 watt. Energy denoted by E. Capacity to do a work is called as energy. In CGS units, erg. In MKS units, joule. Then 1 calorie equal to 4.186 joule, or approximately 4.2 joules. 1 electron volt equal to 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 joules. Potential energy. The body by virtue of the state of position is called as potential energy. P equal to mgh. Example, stretched rubber. Then kinetic energy. Kinetic energy ante formula of mv square. The body by virtue of its state of the motion is called as kinetic energy. Moving vehicle speed. Moving vehicle speed using speedometer. Moving vehicle distance is a odometer. These are very 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 important. Moving vehicle speed వచ్చేసి స్పీడోమీటర్, డిస్టెన్స్ వచ్చేసి ఓడోమీటర్. అండ్ మూవింగ్ హెయిర్ గాలి తోటి కొలిసేది ఏంటంటే యానమోమీటర్. ఫ్లోయింగ్ వాటర్ ఈస్ వెంచురీ మీటర్.